morning and welcome back. I'm here with Bill Ehlers from Above All Renovations, and today we're talking about insulation for your home and what you should be looking for, what type of insulation and where in your home it should go. So, Bill, first off, spray foam has been big for the last, well, probably 10, 15 years or so. So if people are looking at insulation in their home, do they want to look at spray foam? Is it better than the existing insulation that's out there?
Spray foam is much better in terms of its R value per inch compared to other kinds of insulation we have available. But because it's more expensive, we like to use spray foam only where it's necessary. So we don't want the homeowner to have to pay too much for the product. But in the case of the house we're working on here today with our roofers, it's a 1 3/4. So 1 3/4 stories and 2.5 stories and 1.5 all have these slope ceiling areas, and they often cause heat loss, causing ice dams.
Yeah.
So ice dams is a big problem in Winnipeg and some of the older neighborhoods. So what we're doing is cleaning out those slopes of the existing insulation with our roofing team, and now we're getting ready to have our spray foaming team come in and now apply 3 inches of spray foam to the rafter cavities there. And that'll solve their ice dam problems. Then they put the roof back together and they should be in good shape. Other types of insulation that we could put in are in the flat areas above those windows, like an open attic area, and doesn't require the expensive spray foam. We can use blown-in products like cellulose for that.
So now what would be the difference between spray foam and the existing? Because it is more expensive, but how much more expensive?
Well, it can be 2 to 3 times more expensive to use that. If you compare apples with apples. Now, in the case of this, it is more expensive than 3 times because we're taking a roof apart,
right?
And that's labor, and then we have to put the roof back together with, new plywood and underlays and so forth.
So if you have ice damming or if you've got condensation in your house, you don't necessarily just need to talk to an insulator. You probably need to talk to a roofer as well, right?
In some cases, because usually if a roof is marginal and coming to the end of its life cycle, it may be necessary to be looking at roof replacement and the proper ice and water shield under that roof. But usually ice dams are caused by inadequate insulation or inadequate ventilation. And if you have those two in combination, what we try to do is rectify that, get better venting in the attic if possible, and then get better insulation in there. And then the roof doesn't have to work so hard to defend itself from the ice issues. Here we are talking in the summer, with mosquitoes flying around about ice, but now's the time to be planning for these kinds of things.
It's a good time to be looking at that stuff.
Because, when you do have the ice dams and the roof is leaking, the only thing you can do is just get the ice out of there now.
Until you've got the summer months to do something.
That's right.
And then just quickly, older homes, when do you know if you should be getting it re-insulated? Because some older homes, 100 years old or more, might have sawdust for insulation. How do people know they should get something new?
Well, usually the way it's handled is that an evaluation is done of their house and existing insulation. A home inspector is a good place to start for that, and they look at the house comprehensively. Or you can bring in a tradesperson, a specialist. I will come in and give an evaluation, an assessment of different areas of a house that might need more insulation. And then we go from there and we talk about the options from there and what it would cost to upgrade those areas.
Great. Sounds good. All really good advice. Thanks a lot, Bill.
You're quite welcome, Eleanor.